Hello my crafty friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please feel free to take a look around and check out some videos. I hope that they will inspire you to be your best creative self. And for those of you who continue to follow me, I appreciate your support and thank you so much for joining me today as well. I am here to do a tutorial for you. This is for the Chipboard book box. I created one for Lasagna, who is Miss Doll's Handmade Creation here on YouTube. She is hosting a birthday challenge giveaway. And for her entry, what I housed the cards in that she was asking for was a chipboard book box that I just made off the top of my head. I didn't follow any tutorial or anything like that. I love making boxes, so whatever size I need, I tend to just sit down and figure it out and design it as I go along, quite literally. So the one that I'm going to show you today is a little bit smaller than the one that I created for her, and you can actually get away with just using a single sheet of 12 by 12 paper to create this. I am going to be using two different collections. I am using the green sheet of paper here as my cover, and it is from the Simple Stories Vintage Lemon Twist collection that just came out this year. I'm also using some of the Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection. I'm also using a sheet of some gold paper from Anna Griffin. So let me show you the supplies that you will need. Other than that, you will need some chipboard pieces, and these are the measurements here. You will need 2 pieces at 4.5 inches long by 4 1/8 inches wide. So you need 2 of those. You'll also need a piece that is 4.5 inches long by 1 7/8 inches wide for your spine. So those are the 3 pieces that you will need for this book box. You will also need some type of a hole punch. I will be using my Crocodile. You will also need some type of a closure. So I'm going to be using this organza ribbon, and I'm going to show you guys something a little bit different that I'm going to do for my closure. You're also going to need something to decorate the top of the box. So I have some ephemera pieces here and some die cuts. And you also need a pair of scissors, and for your holes that you're going to make, you're going to need some eyelets. I have some stars and just a regular one here, so I will be using that. So let me show you. You also need your scoreboard and a paper trimmer to trim down your paper. All right, so this paper right here is actually this cardstock from Anna Griffin, and it is a matte foil cardstock number 2. And the reason why I'm using that, I would normally use something a little bit brighter, but these are the different colors that it comes in, and they're all matte finish. The reason why I'm using a matte finish today is because I just don't want to blind you guys with the glare of the mirrored cardstock. So I'm going to use a matte finish today. So this is what you're going to need, and this is 6 inches by 4 7/8 inches. Okay, and this is going to be for your pockets. And I've already gone ahead and scored it because this is like the second time I'm recording this. I slipped up when I was scoring this, so I wanted to be a little bit more careful, and so I just pre-scored it. So we're gonna make these first, and then this is your inside of the cover. So this is just a scrap piece of paper that I'm using, and then I'm gonna use this Simple Story Vintage Lemon Twist as the cover. Okay. Let me show you the scoring that you're going to need to do for this. So as I said, this is 4 7/8 inches this way by 6 inches this way. All right, so you're going to lay your cardstock down on your paper trimmer on the 4 7/8 side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your stylus or your bone folder, and you're going to score at 2, and you're going to score at 2 7/8 of an inch. Then you're going to rotate your cardstock, and you're going to score it at 7/8 of an inch. And then you're going to flip it this way, and then you're going to score it again at 7/8 of an inch. Okay, and you're going to do that twice. You're also going to do it with this one on the 4 7/8 inch side. Score it at 2, and then 2 7/8. Rotate it once, and then score at 7/8 of an inch. Take it and flip it all the way over, and then score it again at 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so put that paper trimmer away because you don't need it anymore. then what you're going to do is you're going to fold. Of course, you can use your bone folder as well. All your score lines. And then you're going to cut. Okay, so you're going to cut up to this score line right here. You're going to flip it and do it on this side as well. So let's do that. Okay, so that's all the cutting that you're going to do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold in your tab, and you can glue it to this side here. So you're going to glue that. Well, you're going to need some hot glue too, if I didn't mention that. So you're going to glue this tab there. And hold it for a few seconds, and then do the other side. And you want to make sure that this side is nice and clean, because this is what's going to show on the outside of your box, like the book pages. Okay, and then we're going to glue these two sides down. And this is how it's going to look. And then we're going to do the other one too. So there you have your two pockets. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the chipboard pieces together. So this piece here measures 6 by 12. So just take a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and just cut it in half. And what I like to do on mine is I like to pre-fit it and then create a pencil line that I can line up my chipboard pieces to. So for the front cover, I'm going to just lay this down here, and make sure you do a dry fit to make sure that you have enough of the paper on the outside to cover over your chipboard pieces. And that looks pretty good to me. So I am going to go ahead and put these down, and on the outside, on the back side, I have already put double-sided tape on it just for the sake of time. If you want to, you could use cereal boxes, but I like using chipboard because it's a lot more sturdier and your box will last much longer. I'm going to use my brayer. I like to use my brayer to make sure that I don't have any bubbles. And then we'll put the spine down. And I know I've showed you guys this trick before with using two chipboard pieces that are glued together to get your spacing. So I have two pieces of chipboard that are glued together here, and I'm going to put it right up against this first one that I just put down, and then I'm going to butt this right up against it and watch for my line down here, make sure that I'm on it, and then I'm going to push against this gently and then put it down. and we're down. Okay. Yes, you will need some double stick tape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some double-sided tape here and on this side. Okay, and I already have some tape here and here, and I've already put some here just for the sake of time. So I'm going to take this off. If you wanted to, you could add some more tape here just for some security, and you guys will notice that I'm only putting it to the end of where this chipboard piece is here and to where this one ends right here. Okay, so I'm going to peel this off. And then I'm going to lift it up and I'm just going to bend it this way. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. See how simple that is? It's really quick. And then what I like to do is I like to burnish right here as well so that I can see where the edge of the chipboard is. And then I'm going to take my scissors and then I'm going to go just a little bit above where that crease is, and then I'm going to make a diagonal cut just like that, and I'm going to do it on all four sides. And then this piece here where we didn't tape down, we're going to cut these pieces off. Okay, and then you're going to take your thumbnail and you're just going to push in that side a little bit. Push in this one a little bit too, so you don't have such sharp corners. And then you're going to take some more of your tape. I have some here. I'm going to put some more down here. And then on this side. Peel it off. And then we're going to do the same thing. And there you have it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that this folds okay. Alright, so then now we're going to take our inside piece, and this piece here measures 4 3/8 from this side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it where I think I want it. It could probably be trimmed down a little bit more even, because when I put my pockets on here, I want to be certain that this doesn't show. Okay, so I can actually cut it down a little bit more so that I'm only seeing this green part right here of the designer paper. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit. So this is put it right about there. Here. I'm just gonna make a little notch with my fingernail to where I want to trim it off. And I'm gonna trim just a little bit of this down too. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your tape, your double-sided tape, and you're gonna put it on the back. Now I like to cover the whole thing with double-sided tape because in that way I know I'm not going to get any air bubbles in when I try to fold it up, because that has happened to me in the past. If you don't cover the entire thing, you will get air bubbles. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna speed up this video as I do it. All right, so now I'm going to take this off. Put it on here. I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, now you notice that I spent more time rolling in here because this is where you would get your air bubbles from if you don't stick your paper down well enough. Okay, it's right where the paper would crease is where you would get your air bubbles. See, and there are none. Okay. And there we go. Now you guys may have noticed, oh, she didn't put her ribbon in. No, I didn't want to yet. So now that's what we're gonna do. Because normally I would attach my ribbon before I put this down. But sometimes, and I know it's happened to a lot of you, you stick this down, then you realize, oh no, I forgot to attach my ribbon. So in the event that that happens to you, we are going to use some eyelets. This one here will be for the dangle, and these two are going to go on this side. So what you want to do is you want to find right about where the center is. I would put the two pieces together like this, and just, you could either measure it or eyeball it, and just make like right about there. And then on this side, right about there. Okay, so I've marked my holes. I don't know if you guys can see where they are, and they lined up pretty well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crocodile and I'm going to put it on my large hole. Put your hole right about there. Okay, so that's about maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch from the edge. And do this side. Okay, so there are my holes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our eyelet. Actually, before we do that, take your ribbon and place it through the eyelet. Okay. All right. And then just put some hot glue down. And make sure it's nice and flat. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Put your eyelet on. And then place your ribbon through it. Then you're going to take your eyelet thing here. Okay. Then do the other side. Okay. All right, so now you are ready to do the pockets. So we're going to take our pockets, and the cleaner side is the one that you want to face up. I have a little bit of glue on here, so that's gonna go down. So this is where it's gonna go. Okay. So we're gonna get some glue. You want to make sure that you line it up evenly on all three sides. And take your bone folder and press it down. Okay. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, it's coming along. All right, so this is the top here. I'm going to put this eyelet in, and what I normally do is I will just eyeball it to where the center is. And I'll just make a hole. Now, because the eyelet is much larger than this hole, what I'll do is I'll go in a second time and just offset it a little bit, offset the crocodile just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see in there. And then I'll just chomp another piece out of it. And then hopefully it'll fit. And it does. So then I'm gonna flip it over. And I'm going to take like this washer that comes with this set. I got this from the Eyelet Outlet at Scrapbook Expo. And I'm going to just flatten that out right now. And this eyelet is for if you wanted to hang a tassel or a dangle or something like that. And you see this washer makes it look really clean. All right, so here's the box. Tie it up. There we go. Okay. And we can trim some of this off. And there you go. So let's decorate it real quick. All right, so I have some of this Maggie Holmes trim. And so What I've planned out for this is this is a frame piece from Anna Griffin. This is one of her die cuts. And I'm going to just glue this down. Okay, so here it is, you guys, all done. I'll probably add some gems or something to it in a dangle, but this is how simple it is to create this. I'm really happy with the way this chipboard book box turned out, and I'm sure one of you will be happy to receive it because I am making this a hidden giveaway. So if you've stayed with me up until this point in the video, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know what would you put inside of the pockets. Make sure you are 18 years of age or older. This is for US residents only. Make sure that you are a crafter. Also, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. That is key. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I post new videos, so you'll know when I select my winner. Also hit that like button if you like this tutorial. I'm gonna keep this open until Saturday, just for a couple of days. Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on Sunday, the next day, October 30th, I will select a winner. Check my channel on Sunday at some point to see if you are the winner. All right, so good luck to everyone, and thank you so much for supporting my channel and staying to the end of this video. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.